not going to eat all of this pizza today. I might eat it over the next few days. Hi, welcome to Mary Keeps You Company, the show. I started taping this moments ago, and I said show. Thanks for watching the show. And I don't know that it's a show, because a show has it has a bit more, maybe more costumes, and like a few numbers or a set that is not just like an office, a room in an office. So I don't know that this is a show. It's a thing on YouTube. And I would say that if a show has a little more, to it, that maybe today is the day that I'm most like a show, because there's a fan on, and it's obviously blowing my hair every which way. And I tried the sound out with the fan on, and you can hear it. I know you can hear it. But it's not that bad, is it? I'll turn it down a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, it's probably better. It's gotta be better. But it's really hot in London today. And that's better. Don't you think that's better? I'm gonna wear that. Keeps my hair out of my face. It's hot in London, that's the thing. Like almost 90 degrees today. It's been happening, and I'm going to stay right where I am in this office room, because it's much cooler than it is in our apartment. And I wanna keep you company. The point of this vlog is to keep you company if you're doing other things. Eric hates this phrase, but it is what it is. And what it is me keeping you company. And let's see. I'm going to take a question from the audience. And the audience is my computer. So sometimes I do the philosophical question thing, and sometimes I do a different thing. And so today I'm just going to pull something up on the internet. Conversationstartersworld.com. 205 philosophical questions. Okay, great. Let's see. I accept the terms of service. Let me just scroll through something. And I do this because it's just a way to get us started, right? Because I can't ask you anything yet. So, okay, I'm scrolling through these philosophical questions, and you know what? I don't know. It's pretty heavy, I don't know why I thought it would be anything different when I was like, I'm going to answer philosophical questions. By nature, by definition, those are pretty intense. And so I'm scrolling through these, why are humans so fascinated by mass murderers if their actions are universally considered evil and vile? That's a pretty good philosophical question. And I'm not going to answer it because I don't know. And I mean, I have noticed a pattern is when I take on some of these questions, it does tend to be pretty heavy. Again, it's kind of like by design, right? What rights does every human have? Do those rights change based on age? I mean, I think I'm going to go to my other list, which I found not too long ago. Yeah. And it's just like conversation starters, which those are lighter, as we shall soon see. Okay. Conversation starters. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. We're going to go with one of these, and I'm going to move the fan because it's drying out my contacts. I have a glass of chilled white wine, a Viognier, and I want to just be totally transparent and tell you that I didn't really know how to pronounce Viognier. And, so what? Except that sometimes you're in a situation where you need to know how to pronounce a thing. If you're at a restaurant, you know, and you're trying to like impress your date, or, you know, it's a business thing and I don't know why you would need to pronounce a particular French wine the right way, but maybe you do. Maybe, and if you pronounce it wrong, who cares? Because everyone is a disaster and nothing makes sense and everything is ridiculous. But if you know how to pronounce it, then, you know, cool. Like you navigated that social situation. So there was a Viognier that I had access to. It was in the fridge that I put it in. I was like, I don't know if I mention that I'm gonna enjoy a Viognier, you know, on a hot day. On a Sunday, I should remark, I'm all alone in this office. I came here. So there is a rule in the theater. Heinrich Ibsen, I think, was like the person who said this, is that if you introduce a gun in the first act, you have to shoot it, like later in the play. I think you have to shoot it by the third act, or you have to shoot it in the third act, probably. But you can't like introduce a gun and then like not talk about it, because it's a gun, you know, like it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal, and so people will be wondering like, what happened to the gun? I think pizza is the same way. I can't be talking about pizza and then not show the pizza. I mentioned that I'm alone here and it's Sunday and I don't expect company. So like, wow, okay, 2 pizzas, Fons. I'm not gonna eat all of this pizza today. I might eat it over the next few days. Oh, okay, look at this. I wonder if it's gonna look as good to you as it looks to me. So that is a margarita, standard, typical, delicious, and with rocket on top. Rocket is what they call, interesting, what they call arugula. And I really like a little arugula. It's peppery. Eric doesn't like arugula. He's obviously a robot. But there's another. Home slice is so good. They don't cut the pizza. They let you cut the pizza, and it's like, oh, well, you can't be bothered, home slice. But really, it's good because you get to choose your own portion size, and it probably stays hotter without those. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, this one. This is, you gotta be kidding me. Goat cheese, caramelized onions with something, and goat sausage. I'm down. Is that a cilantro? I think that's an errant cilantro. I don't think it's supposed to be there. Well, I guess I'll try it on camera. What was I gonna say? I don't know. There's pizza in front of me. Oh yeah, okay, so I was gonna tell you about Viognier, and okay, let's give it a shot. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Wow, that's really good. Wow. Oh, I remember the caramelized onions are like barbecue. Yeah, there's some kind of sweetness there beyond the actual onion. All right, that's pretty good. So it'll go well with the Viognier. I didn't know how to pronounce Viognier, and I was like, if I mention Viognier on camera, not like I plan these things, can you tell? But I should know how to say it. And who cares if I don't, you know? Like my friend the other day, she was having a really bad day at work, like a really bad day. I was like, just remember, everyone is a disaster. No one knows anything. People pretend they know how to do stuff, and they pretend they're adults, but they aren't really. We're all just pantomiming, you know? We're all in an Ibsen play. And it made her laugh. But it also, I think it probably helped, because she was getting a lot of criticism. And it's like, yeah, but remember, people who criticize you, they're disasters. And so are you. And so am I. It's going to be okay. So if you're at a French restaurant, or you are in some kind of situation, on a date, at a wine shop, I don't know your life, but you might happen to be in a situation where you need to pronounce something or say something aloud, and you want to get it right, but you don't know how to pronounce a thing. Could be anything. Who cares? Who cares? Because we're all disasters. Remember? Say it with me. But it's also cool to be able to pronounce words. I don't know. I'm a fan. So I was like, well, I'm going to look up how to pronounce Viognier, because I didn't know. I thought it was maybe Viognier. No. Let's see. Viognier. I thought it was Viognier, maybe, okay? But I didn't know. So I went to the Oracle, Google, and I looked up, I just put in Viognier pronunciation. It's the second suggested thing, Viognier pronunciation. And up pops a little box thing. It's the first thing, it's large, it's like highlighted with pronunciation. I don't know who does this, probably Google does this, but there is an audible, listenable thing, and you just like press the little sound button, and this is what you get.
Viognier.
And now they have a little mouth that goes, Viognier.
Viognier.
So there's no G, Viognier. No, it's
Viognier.
Okay. And that made me think about other words that have been hard for me to pronounce, like indefatigable. Indefatigable means that you are tirelessly working toward a goal, you know, that it's not unflappable. I kind of thought it was the same as unflappable, that you're like calm, cool as a cucumber, like able to, you know, stay serene in stress, but it's not quite the same. Indefatigable. I mean, this word is bananas. Like how I would come across it in reading or I would read it someplace, somehow, somewhere, and just be like, indefatigable. I just couldn't do it. So then I looked it up. And then once I learned how to pronounce it, I love saying it. Indefatigable. And I kind of like say it with like, ooh, duh, indefatigable. So yeah, that's the emphasis. I'm trying to think about another word that is so hard to pronounce. If I think of it in the course of this little episode, I will look it up. God, I'm trying to think what else. There's words I can't spell. Committee. I don't know. Can't do it. I do not know. I always spell committee wrong, with 2 M's or 2 T's. I can't do it. Like I really get it wrong every time. And I still, when I do like any word, conceive or conceive, I have to remember the I before E except after C. I think of it every single time as I'm writing that word. And it was only recently that I figured out how to spell conscientious. And that's conscient, like the word science is in there, conscientious. But it took a long time before I figured that out. Okay, so, I mean, if you eat a piece of pizza in the first act, you should probably eat a piece of pizza in the second act. And if you have Viognier in the first act, you should have some in the second. I don't know which act we're in, but this act has pizza in it. Okay, great. Looking good. Okay. It's an excellent pizza. 2 thumbs up. If I had 3, I'd use all 3. One of the things I love about pizza, if you don't eat too much right away, you get to have you get to have another piece like 45 minutes later, and it's a little bit cold. That next piece tastes great. Let's see what we got. These questions, you know, the conversation starters, they're a little bit less intense, or a lot less. Which celebrity couple do you wish would get back together? Would you rather be really hot or really cold? I mean, really cold. I actually would pick that. Really cold. I hate being hot. I hate sweating. Which celebrity couple? Okay, who is your favorite celebrity couple ever? Well, actually, I can answer that. I have an answer for that, and it is Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Oh, God, I love them. I mean, I love them as actors. Kurt Russell, Big Trouble in Little China, Overboard with Goldie Hawn. They have been together for decades, and they love each other. I love them. They're my favorite celebrity couple. They just clearly love each other, and they are getting old together, and I think they're amazing. What is your favorite sport? Cornhole. What sport do you wish you were really good at? I'm great at cornhole, so that doesn't matter. Competitive pizza eating. No, I'm kidding. Sport. What sport do I think is really cool? Well, I don't know. You know, soccer is pretty cool. Football is pretty cool. So I'm supposed to be really good at soccer. I was over at Jenny Smith's house the other day, a quilter and a lovely person. We're working on something together here in England. And her young boy, oh, he's just so sweet. And he had come home from soccer practice, and he was like, I'm going to show you some things that I learned at football practice. And he doesn't talk quite like that, but he was like, this is my move, this is my most powerful move, or powerful kick, something like that. And he like kicked the soccer ball. He's 8 or so, and he kicked the soccer ball so hard against the stone wall. And I was like, wow, that's really good. And then he showed me this thing where I'd never seen anything like it, right? He showed me how he could put the soccer ball between his feet and kind of like kick it over and hit it with his heel so it went up like that behind him. It was awesome.